You're looking in your closet, you want to feel effortlessly chic without spending hours just staring, trying to figure out like where are the pieces, what are the fits. I'm going to be sharing with you today how to put together elevated everyday looks, plus some tips and tricks to make sure that you slay every day. And these are the ones I swear by, so please do not skip around in the video. You're not going to want to miss a single tip. And if you happen to be new here, I am Jordan Blackwell, former sustainable materials engineer turned lifestyle content creator behind Little Miss JB Style, helping you find not just what's gonna look good, because baby, by the time you hit the end of this video, you're gonna have the tools to be looking good, but feel good too. This is the missing ingredients, the missing zest that I know you're sitting there like, I'm not sure what I'm missing. It's feeling good in the pieces too and making sure that you're choosing wisely those pieces. So grab your little drinky drink. I have a cute little 7 Sundays latte from my favorite place, and let's dive in with this very first look that I have on right now. I'm starting with a very simple base because I am a jeans girly at heart, okay? You are never gonna take the tomboy and the Midwestern girly out of me, okay? Like y'all know, I'm from a small town in Wisconsin. Growing up, it was literally like t-shirts and jeans, some Converse. That was like my uniform. So now that I'm an adult, it really hasn't changed all that much. I have this really easy, very effortless turtleneck from H&M, under $20. It's so comfortable. This, y'all, 3 years old, because one of the misconceptions I hear a lot is that fast fashion clothes don't last long. Baby, no. Learning how to pick quality pieces regardless of the price point will make sure that your clothes last a long time. And this one was made so well, and for under $20, right? And brown is always gonna be in for the fall season. Now, my sneaky trick for never having boring denim outfits is not wearing boring denim. Seems easy enough, but often overlooked. Okay, and I get it. Like sometimes the answer feels a little too obvious that you're like, that can't be the solution. But these Target jeans that are giving Maison Margiela dupes, that are giving Free People dupes, literally still on sale for under $30. Yeah, these are point in case. I reach for these all the time. They are like perfectly barreled for my short torso, slim, thick, pear-shaped body. Like it's, y'all see what it's giving. I literally am going back today to buy a second pair of these because I do want to actually crop them like the Free People style. So I have 2 sets because you always need multiple lengths. I'm gonna say that when it comes to jeans, I love a longer length, and then I love a good like cropped. I love a good, not like super cropped, but shoe length. Like, you need to have the right length for some of the looks. And for this, I want some puddling because we're gonna elevate this outfit even further with another super easy, super low hanging fruit, a statement coat, a statement jacket. I have the perfect one. Are y'all ready? Are you ready? If you watch my Zara try on video, you already know this Fashion Nova. Do you see this coat? Like it instantly says, like, I know you see this coat, okay? One thing about Midwesterners and New Yorkers, like, all of us up north, like who have winter, we understand. You need good outerwear. If you want to look effortless, as soon as it gets cold out and not be cold, the outerwear is where your money's gonna go this season. At least it always is for me. Like how amazing. And I love faux fur for this reason. Like it's so easy to look elevated without breaking the bank. You don't need real fur, dear God. You don't need real fur. And it just is so, look at how luxurious. And with the pants, like you're seeing how this is coming together. So cool, so easy, so elevated. And you can go 2 ways from here, right? Like you can dress this up even further with some boots, like with some really cool like sock ankle boots. But personally, I'm dressing this up for like an everyday walking around, running errands kind of fit. So I'm gonna reach for the Maddens, babes. We're reaching for the Maddens, all right? Because I have not gotten the Wales Bronner Sambas, all right? I know you're tired of hearing me talk about it. Like Jordan, at this point, can you please just buy them because you keep talking about it? And please let that be proof. Like I am not one of those people that just rushes out to buy stuff because I really want it. Like I'm so intentional, and I urge you to be the same way when you are looking at pieces to add to your wardrobe, regardless of where you're seeing them. Like really think about how they're gonna fit. So right now, these, I love the chunky style. They're gonna give me a little bit more height than some regular sneakers, and they're gonna blend right in with the outfit, giving you that like sandwich effect that was really trending earlier in the year, where you kind of just created an Oreo with the same color on top as the shoes and then a different color in the middle. Now for a bag. This should also be no surprise because I'm a monochrome girly at heart, reaching for my Brandon Blackwood. I love this bag, but y'all, it is finally starting to like see some wear and tear. Can you see in the handles? I'm so sick. I'm so sick because I do reach for this bag so much, but I am surprised. I just feel like the leather cracking like this And that's a bit of like the top coat kind of being poor and obviously just like a lot of use. But that's what happens when you have more stiffer leathers with a stiffer top coat. They are prone to having cracks like that in the handle. So I'm really, really sad because that means like very soon she's gonna need to be replaced. And I don't think I've had her more than like 3 years. So for the price point, I'm a little shocked, to be honest, that like I'm seeing this kind of wear and this kind of damage just from like, again, I don't even use this like every single day, but just from the use that it does get maybe like once a week, that it needs that kind of replacement. Then to polish off the look, as we agreed, Ascent, the replica Afternoon Delight. When I tell you this is the perfect, it's not smoky, but it's the perfect vanilla scent. It's not overly sweet. I've talked about this, like, and it's just a good everyday vanilla where you can easily layer this if you like to layer. I personally feel like by itself, this is actually perfect. It's, again, not too sweet, not too smoky. It's got a small bit of depth to it, but still gives you that vanilla that you love that just feels so comforting. And again, just is a good everyday scent. So the main takeaways from this outfit, I hope that you got non-boring denim, baby, non-boring denim, and a good jacket, okay? Let's get into the next look. Combining a couple of things for this next look. First of all, starting with this easy sweater dress from H&M. Also over 3-ish years old, because I feel like I got this before or just after I cut my hair all the way off. The big chop was back in 2021, so I found this around that time because I remember wearing this for Thanksgiving. What I love about this sweater dress, and when you're looking at knits specifically, the chunky detailing just sets off a look. It is giving so elevated with no extra effort on your part. And those are the pieces I'm always keeping my eye out for, right? Like the classic rip, there's nothing wrong with that, as you saw in the H&M top from the last look. But this by itself just already is giving elevated. It's giving chic. It's giving shmoney. And this was under $60. Again, like not breaking the bank and lasting really, really well. And what I love about this, not just is the length, is the side slit details. And that's really important for this look because I'm going to be doing what I feel like is easy layering. While I love the girlies who can maximalist, layer, like the sweaters with the vest, that just can be a lot. Like that can feel overwhelming, like trying to figure out exactly how to get the right layers. And what really is the key to being successful when you are layering is making sure like you have things that are just at the right length, like they just stop right at the right spot. And if it doesn't, the whole look is just off. So what I'm doing here is just layering this over a fun pair of jeans. I have these from Fashion Nova. They've been getting me together. I will not lie, I have been so impressed by Fashion Nova's denim for my body shape. Again, I always, if you've seen any of my denim try-ons, you know, like as much as I'm keying and kicking and dropping it low in the fitting rooms, like I'm putting my stuff to the test because I need it to be functional. The gapping in the back is still so real at a lot of places. And I even run into this in mid-range and higher range like brands. Like even when I had these jeans from Iro, I had to go back and forth on sizing because they gapped kind of bad. Like, and the same with other pieces that are like $300, $400. So again, like that's the other reason I'm never like, you know, standing after designers just because it's designer. I need it to work with my body, so I'm spending money because things work with my body, and the Fashion Nova jeans did not disappoint. And all I'm doing is a simple tuck, as you saw, to really give this some shape and give it some edge, right? It's just so cool, so chic for every day, and it's such an easy way when you have these oversized sweaters to keep it from looking frumpy. I know that struggle is like so real. Like I literally got rid of a bunch of my sweaters a couple of years ago and donated them because they were just frumpy and so much work to try and feng shui so they didn't look that way. And so as I go into the fall season, I'm always paying attention to the sweaters, where they're sitting and how I can easily, because baby, like we ain't trying to make this more work than it needs to be. The whole point is what? Simple yet impactful, baby. Like that's the sweet spot I live in. So I'm always looking at sweaters like that. And if you're in the market, the one that I'm also eyeing up for this season, you're seeing it everywhere. Source unknown. I'm just loving this sweater. I foresee a lot of different ways to really make this work with a lot of looks. So that's one of the ones on the market right now I have been eyeing up. Then to accessorize this super quick, because I'm not going for like an edgy look, I'm actually going for more of like a polished look. I am going to add the Lulu's suede Western boots, giving a nod to two trends for the season, right? Because I talked about in the shoe fall trends you can expect suede having a moment, Western having a moment. And these are just classic. Again, I've had these 5 years now. And as you can see, like have held up so well. I probably got these under $100 at the time from Lulu. So I really just love the colorway. They always just blend so seamlessly into a look and just elevate in every way because it's just so, I mean, look at how nice and soft and chic that looks. For the bag, Miss Tabby coming out to play. I love my Coach bag. This should be no surprise. You've heard me talk about the quality, the price point. This, and I got this before the prices started creeping up. So this at the time for like 300-ish, totally worth every single penny. Literally, I do wear this almost like once a day, and I've had this 2 years now and have not seen any like cracking or anything. Like I said, the brand in Blackwood, that just caught me by surprise, to be honest, because that bag has held up really well for me. So I was really surprised to kind of see that level of damage. This is about 2 years old, going on 3 years old, and lasting really well. As you can see, like no color transfer or anything like that. So really one of my favorite everyday bags. Now for a scent, I imagine this being a coffee shop outfit because usually I like to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I like to go work at a coffee shop, but then I will also shoot at the coffee shop. So that gives me the reason to be dressed in the first place. We do a cute little get ready with me video at the crib. Then I'll actually go to the coffee shop, take a couple of photos really quick once I get my coffee to capture the cute interiors so that I can not only share the fit and a really vibey place, but then also a good coffee spot. Cause y'all know, I'm never gonna send you to a place where the coffee's bad, and I will let you know to avoid the coffee if the coffee is bad. Like there's a couple of places, y'all, you know, if you watch my Instagram, you know the ones I'm talking about, that I'm like, it's cute on the inside, but the coffee, save your coins. So I want something that's just like subtly sweet, not too overpowering. And for that, I reach for my Valentino green extravaganza. I was so surprised by this because I really thought a lot of the designer scents to me are just not as impressive, but I love how subtly sweet this is without being too overpowering. Like it lingers, don't get me wrong. Like I spray this baby, you gonna smell it on my clothes for days, right? But it's not like wham, you know, in your face. Like it's not like you've punched somebody and the whole room is like you, cause sometimes it sounds like a good idea, but being on the other end, especially when you had some of those like those really bad perfumes, and you know the ones I'm talking about, like it's just like, it smells like more alcohol, like more like sterile alcohol than the actual scent. And then that's what you're smelling. It's so, it's not a good look. So you really have to be specific when it comes to those scents, because baby, you can go wrong so quick. But this never steered me wrong. My baristas literally call me intoxicating every time I walk in with this. So this has been one of my favorites for the season, surprisingly, because it feels like a spring scent, but it works really well this time of year. And hopefully the takeaways you're noticing, of course, doubling down on the not boring denim, but also using texture, okay? Like, boo, if you've been watching long enough, you know, texture that is always gonna be the first choice because it's so easy. You don't have to do any additional work, and it instantly, just as you see, elevates the look. One of the most effortlessly chic outfits that always gets complimented for me, a sweater dress. A sweater dress. And you know a sweater dress hate to see me coming if you saw the Target try on. Plus, I have an entire video with the sweater dresses in my collection. While it's a little old, I have 90% of those sweater dresses still, and I've really only added like 1 or 2 additional ones to this season. So I'm pulling out an old reliable. I've had this for 6 years from ASOS. Love it. Love it. It is sold out. I shared a similar one from Target in that try on video, so you can check that out. But I cannot stress how much a good sweater dress is so easy for this time of year. And it just, with the right color, with the right details, looks absolutely stunning and is effortlessly chic all on its own. Like I literally could pair this with some boots, maybe even like my cowgirl hat, be out the door. And now that I've said it, here's what that looks like. Just, again, so easy, having fun with like a current trend, right? But I really wanted to show you the importance of the jacket, the jackets, okay? And not with over-the-top jackets, because I think a lot of people forget you don't always have to go over the top to make a statement. So first I wanted to show you what this looks like with this easy bomber jacket from Vici collection. I love this kind of oversized bomber jacket. It's having a huge moment this season, and I love that we are mixing the textures, because again, what did I say to you in the last look, baby? Texture, especially when you're wearing one color head to toe. If you are a monochrome girly like me, adding texture keeps it from being boring without having to do a lot of different like shades and matching, because I know that can feel a little overwhelming. I get it. So for me, texture makes it so simple to just really add a little bit something extra, right? Then another option, if you want to show a little bit more body, this cropped jacket from H&M. I did snag the good version because You saw in the H&M try on video, they tried to sell us like a really cheap version this season. That's a conversation for another day, the way these brands are really trying to like play in our face about them like going downhill with the quality. That's the other reason it's so important now more than ever to just be picky. Now from here, the accessories are going to be the same, but you're gonna see that you're gonna get kind of a different effect. But this is my sneaky trick for wearing the same thing without anybody noticing, is literally swapping out the outerwear, because the way I literally reach for this sweater dress a couple of times a week and just add a different jacket, and no one, who's gonna know? No one's knowing, no one's in here like, didn't you just, the jacket does enough. So dressing this up, gotta add some faux leather knee-high boots. These ones are semi-London. They have some really, really fun options this time of year. These are a couple of years old. I'm starting to notice a little bit of wear, which is honestly noticeable, like right in this like front area, just from like sitting, walking, all of those things. So just keep that in mind as you're looking at boots. Again, like that's one of the reasons suede tends to be a little bit safer in terms of like how long it's gonna last compared to like the faux leathers, the plastic, because it's plastic. It's not vegan. It's not, I mean, it is faux leather, but it is plastic. So I'm always keeping that in mind as well. But semi, for these being also 3 years old, these have lasted really, really well in terms of like the cracking in the top coat, in terms of just lasting and not looking raggedy. Then for a bag, keeping it simple, keeping on monochrome, no surprise. The Coach, the tabby, right? Adding a little bit of gold to go with my signature gold accessories that you're noticing throughout all of these outfits, because for me, I love to play with my look so much. I do like to have something that's a signature, so it's usually the bold gold jewelry. And you're also gonna notice with some of the scents throughout like multiples of my videos, not just this video, I reach for a lot of the same fragrances because I do believe in the power of like a signature to you scent. However, for this look, I'm gonna take us on a throwback. We're all my Bath and Body Work baddies. Where are y'all at? Okay, do you remember, like that was my intro to fragrance. The women in my family have always been minimal girlies. Like it's always just been like natural beauty, maybe a lip, but never really perfume, never really like heavy makeup, even like brows and stuff. Like both sides, like black and white, like both sides have just been very minimal baddies. So my mom didn't really wear fragrances, but I remember being a Body Works baddie, and when they finally started making their lotions into perfumes, this cashmere glow, I've had this, do you know how old this is, y'all? Since college. This is like 10 years old. But it's just kind of a very upscale, like it does feel like, I would almost describe it as a cashmere. There's like a hint of vanilla. It's got a little bit of almost like a cinnamonish like scent. It's very, very cozy. And I just love that. Like this is a really good, if you're not feeling pure vanilla vibes, like the replica. I don't even know if they still have this, if I'm so honest, but I love this one. It's just one of like the cozy, almost nostalgic for me. Like I just remember spraying this before getting ready for like a night out in college, like thinking I'm a Bath with my Bath and Body Works perfume, like, and I still love it. Like that is not a knock. I still feel like a baddie whenever I put this on. It's just an oldie, you know what I mean? But still very, very good in my opinion. So this to me would be a great one to top this off, because this is an outfit where I'm more meeting up for like meetings. I want to look a little bit more formal, and so I want to smell a little bit more professional as well. I'm not trying to be like too sweet and too like alluring, okay? Like that's not the vibes for this look. It's definitely giving like, even when I worked as an engineer, I would wear into the office to do my work. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, Jordan, we are shopping at a lot of the same places. I do not see these pieces when I am either looking in the store or online. Babes, I get it, because it can be easy to just walk past a lot of these pieces. They look unassuming, or the model just is not doing them justice. Let's be honest. Like some of those models are making it a little difficult to figure out if it's gonna really give what it needs to give. If you feel like that, or you just really don't like having to peruse online all the time, baby, go ahead and sign up for my email list, because that's where I share first looks at a lot of the new in pieces that are out right now, worth buying, that I have vetted myself, right? I would buy myself, looking at the quality, looking at the fit, paying attention to all of those details that do make sure that even if you are not spending a lot of money, you're still getting quality pieces that are going to last you and look good and feel good for years. So go ahead, if you haven't already, sign up for that, or follow me over on Like to Note, because that's the next place that gets a look at those pieces first. I have found more recently, I have been indulging in a lot more streetwear as an ode to younger me. I keep forgetting, like, y'all, I started this channel after college. So there is a whole like middle school, high school, and college versions of me that you've never even seen. And a lot of me in high school was definitely tomboyish. Like, I was a sporty girl, played soccer, played basketball, wearing the basketball shorts and the sports bra, wearing just some like whatever jeans honestly would fit, to be honest, and a basic tee or like a jersey or something like that, or my varsity jackets and stuff like that. Like, that was a lot of my style actually from middle school into high school. It was very, very casual, very, very sporty, very, very, again, just very everyday and very Midwest. Like, that part of me is still very much alive. It just look a little different now. Starting with this top from Fashion Nova, I'm still obsessed with mesh tops, I am. And so I've been looking for a lot more fun tops. This is not an area I excel in. You're probably noticing a lot of my more statement pieces are jackets and the shoes and the pants. The tops and I, because I was so self-conscious about the girls and lack thereof, like, I wasn't reaching for those. I was not reaching for those with confidence, but going into the fall this year for sure is something about just cool tops, fun jeans is where I am living. So I've paired this with the men's section Zara cargo jeans. Like, these are the cargo jeans I wish my younger self had, because the way I wear these babies left, right, down, sideways, like, these are my babies. Now, I'm gonna do something that the one girl told us we should not do. She told us we shouldn't do, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because how are you gonna tell me after 33 years of being on this earth that this layering piece is suddenly no longer acceptable? Because I know you wasn't talking about this Affirm denim jacket when you was saying that the millennials need to stop wearing denim jackets. I know you wasn't talking about this jacket. Girl, I know she couldn't have been talking about this jacket. I know she, because on one side of the coin, I understand where she is coming from, in that for me, when I do see a lot of denim jackets, it does get translated a lot of the same way. I get that. I get that it's not a lot of variety when we millennials reach for, when we reach for our denim jackets. I hear you, but you couldn't have been talking about this jacket. You couldn't have been talking about this jacket, because this was the best money I've ever spent. I get asked about this all the time, and it's so comfortable. It is so fun, and just a fun take on a bomber jacket, on a varsity jacket, just a great layering piece for the season that, again, like, warm, fun, edgy. And as you're noticing, we're playing with the denim on denim as well. Like, what? So for me, I do tend to look for the pieces that not everybody has. Like, I love a good denim jacket, but I am someone who does like to have maybe like one or two non-traditional pieces to go along with it. Like, yes, I have regular denim jackets. Yes, I do wear them all the time. But when I want to have some zest, look real fly, this is the denim jacket. And this is honestly like an everyday look for me. Like, I'm super casual. I got a lot of errands to run. I don't have but 2 brain cells to process all the deadlines and things right now. This is that look. With that in mind, the shoes, my coconut cream Nikes, these are just so easy to wear with every fit. They look good. They're easy to style. It's, again, minimal effort, always gonna look cool. Now, my bag choice is gonna surprise you, because I have been finding I want a pop of color these days. I'm really craving just like one piece. It's like a good purse, or the shoes to just be like pow pow, or the jacket. So in this case, the Marc Jacobs toe, which I love. Again, you've heard me talk about the Marc Jacobs toe. I did not get the hype because y'all kept trying to push me on the canvas version. And I'm not about to pay that money for canvas. I'm just not. But this, in this beautiful burgundy, never gonna go out of style color, in this supple leather with the lightest but flexible top coat. And that is the big difference between the top coat on this purse and on the Coach purse compared to Brandon's. Like, Brandon, the leather is stiff, but his top coat is also stiff, which I think is what led to the cracking at the handles prematurely. But you ain't gonna see that with Jacob. You ain't gonna see that with Marky Mark. Then for the scent, I want something playful to go with the playfulness of the look. So going to reach for light, bright, and flirty. Again, Valentino Green Extravaganza. It is everything I love and more right now. I'm just really loving. It gives me this like invigorated, bright, just fun, just playful. This scent, honestly, like, really did surprise me. You're gonna hear me say that a lot, but I love it, I really do. Reiterating, showing you again and again some of the same tips I'm talking about earlier in the video, but how they look different. The non-boring jacket, the non-boring denim, playing with a pop of color, just elevating even a very casual streetwear style look to run your errands and still look good, doing just the regular things that you would do. Inspired by this look from YSL's runway, because Pinterest still very much is a place for me to get inspiration. It used to be Tumblr. I don't know how long you've been around, but before Pinterest, before Instagram, was the Tumblr girlies. And ooh, those were the days. Like that honestly was the original Pinterest, and it still is very much an active platform for those of you who don't know. But Pinterest for me, now that I've got the algorithm really tailored to what I'd be looking for the fits that really not just inspire me, but also tend to have the pieces actually in my wardrobe, it makes it so much easier for me to scroll and quickly get inspiration and organize my outfits, not just by what's inspiring me, but like where I would wear it to, as well as what's easy for me to actually replicate. So this dress from LNA you have seen, you know you love, one of my favorite house everyday dresses, just easy everyday basic dress, right? Target has some very good similar ones to this that I love that were a fraction of the price. I still stand by, swear by this, and this was worth every penny, but I get it if you feel like you may not want to spend as much. This one just graces the curves. It's so soft. I just be feeling like a bad goddess in this dress, and it's so perfect. Like the color for fall is just the perfect chocolate shade, and we're gonna play with subtly mixing some colors, doing a pop of color by adding this jacket from Fashion Nova in this fun burgundy color, right? It's a little bit lighter than the YSL version, but that's absolutely okay because while I love the YSL version, and I've seen this leather jacket on the mile from Iro, a couple of $1,000s for a real leather jacket, I'm always gonna thrift leather jackets. I'm gonna be so honest. A purse, I don't mind spending that money, but a jacket, I'm usually thrifting those. I'm not buying leather jackets brand new, which is honestly like a really hard conundrum when we think about the sustainability conversations that we're starting to have a little bit more here on the channel, because it's like, if a piece is already made, you know what I mean? Like it's already been made, and that's what's so hard. Like even if you're buying something new, they're not making it tailored to you at that point. It's like, it's already been made. So it's such a hard line to draw. There's a lot of nuance. I'm not gonna dive too deep into that sustainability conversation today, but of course, as you have questions, please let me know. I'd love being able to like demystify and talk about it, having been worked on it for four years, y'all. So getting even more playful, doubling down on the burgundy, adding the boots. The most asked about boots of the season in my wardrobe from Zara. They're old, guys. These are 3 years old. I got these for under $50. Under $50, I wear them all the time. I will say I'm starting to be a little careless because the toes are starting to get a little bit scuffed, but that's the truth regardless of real leather, fake leather, suede, non-suede. Like if you are just clumsy with your shoes, you know what I mean? Like that's gonna wear and look a little janky, but thankfully because of the darker burgundy of this, it's really not super noticeable unless you're like zoomed in, you know, like really just trying to bring someone's day down. Because why are you looking that closely, to be honest? Like if something's a couple of years old, something's a couple of years old, and I'm not about to make people feel bad for continuing to wear their clothes, because that's the most sustainable thing you can do. Now for the bag, I was gutted because H&M dropped this gorgeous oversized burgundy clutch, and I was like, the girl was too stunned to speak. But then I remembered sitting in my closet years ago because of a different picture I saw on Pinterest and was inspired by. I have this really fun burgundy clutch I got from ASOS almost a decade ago. Almost a decade ago. And this little fringe piece on it, which I love because the more I thought about it, that leather bag from H&M, it would have been like too much leather, too much harshness. And this still gives you that burgundy feel without being too overwhelming. And that's another thing we often overlook, baby. More is not always more, okay? Like there are times that you want the color, but a different texture. And I'm always stressing that when it comes to monochrome looks. Like please play around with different textures. That's gonna add depth. That's gonna make it not feel flat. And it's also gonna make it mesh a lot better. So the faux fur in this, it was just beautiful. Burgundy, I also have one of these in black as well. But this, as you can see, it's just playing so nice, looking so good. Now for the scent, I'm gonna put you on to a real secret, a real hack for smelling delicious all day. If you don't go to your oil lady and get you roll-on oils, okay, look, my world was changed, okay? Some beauty supply stores will sell these. I personally like to find these in person to smell them. I have found that I actually like a lot of the perfumes in the oil versions instead of the actual perfume versions. A lot of them don't have that like alcohol after smell and things like that that's overpowering. And a lot of the scents feel truer to the smell. And the other thing I love, it's so easy to find like just one scent, right? Because for me, I find there are certain scents I just want that scent, like peaches or pineapple or fig or violet. And some of those are really hard to find by themselves as perfumes. But the oil lady, our oil lady in Detroit, especially, this is her page. She doesn't sell online. I've tried to talk her into it. You're gonna have to just see her in person. So if you happen to be in the Metro Detroit area, she's at the Eastern Market, usually most Sundays. And just shoot her a DM to ask if she'll be there. She'll let you know. Love her, she's so nice. So that's what I'm reaching for. And I specifically love, as weird as this sounds, Riri has a perfume, but I love it better in the oil scent. And the other reason I love this, it just lasts so much longer for me, right? Like think of it like your lotions, like a hand oil, right? Like it's just going to linger so much longer. The only thing you gotta be worried about, obviously, is just making sure you're putting on an amount that won't soak into your clothes. But no different than, again, your body lotions, your body oils, right? So good, so good. So find you a person whose oils you trust. If you don't have an essential oil lady, I do find we have the African World Festival here in Detroit. Events like that usually tend to bring these kinds of vendors out. So look for those because a lot of them tend to have these kinds of oils ready for you to buy in whatever size makes sense for you. And girl, I know I try and give you a lot in these videos because I am just an information is power girly. So please feel free to rewind, re-reference this whenever you need it. Like that's the other thing I really want to urge you is sometimes as someone who also likes to really take her time in making decisions and really getting information, I am somebody who is rewatching, relooking, revisiting very often. Like that's why I love my Pinterest board. I literally revisit it so much and I'm always making sure that it is exactly tailored to where I am right now. So I'm not easily distracted by styles that look cute on somebody else, but aren't actually something I'm going to wear. And if you found these tips helpful, I know you're gonna enjoy my entire playlist for outfit ideas that give you even more ways to look effortlessly chic, plus even more tips and tricks and ideas to inspire you to find not just what's gonna look good, because baby, we was looking good, but feel good. I want you to feel good because you deserve it, boo. That mindset shift really helps me take on the day when I am feeling good. But before you head over there, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Do it. Don't miss a video from your girl. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you over there.